Hello, Irene Ratliff, Street Me Company. How are you guys doing? Salubrious and happy Freedom Day. Yeah, we getting ready to go into 4th of July and it's like, yay! Okay. You know, I had made a couple of phone calls today in regards to Kite Society. And as I was speaking to some people, they were not familiar with some of the things that I was mentioning, or they felt like they wanted to go a different route. And what my conversation is with Kite Society. Now, KITE is an acronym that I also use, which is Knowledge, Intelligence, Trades, Talents, Education. Um, just listening to some of the people, I'm like, to tell you the truth, really, you guys, what we need to do is get our professionals. We have people who are educated in these various fields, and what we do is we get our lawyers. Come on now, we have to be realistic now, for real though. Okay, our survival consists of our work. you know the more I think of it, it's just true. A lot of people are kind of participate in various different things, and we do want the best for us like that. We want good things. And that being said, of course, we think about morality, our morals as being the basic things, because you got some people who want you to do wrong and think that that's right. But just moving on from that, we have people who have finished school that are political science, people who have finished school in law enforcement studies, environment studies, sociology, criminology, lawyers, doctors, judicial systems. And so when we're looking at our structure right now, it says to me that there's our infrastructure on protect and serve haven't really been applied. Now, when you look at most of your police organizations, that's it. Most police stations are organizations, and they are attached to the government. Okay, so there is two attached to a government, and it's also an organization. So when we begin to look at those things and that route, what we need to consider is those factors. Have people who are knowledgeable in law. Anybody who tell you that we live here in the United States and that we should not be focused on our laws, our rights, and our Constitution and all that kind of stuff, I ain't gonna fib to you. It's like, huh? Our forefathers were in the judicial system way before yesterday. They were there before then. We were very much involved in the laws and all those things that we see today. Okay, so anybody who tells you to go opposite of that, then that poses a concern. If anything, we need to be on whatever it is that we currently have and improve it. Meaning, okay, we have, for an example, I know this is a little off of it a little bit, but the insurance. The insurance is not okay. We think that went into a really, really good area. But I've been listening to some of our older people, and they're complaining that they are charging them extra money. I'm looking at it too. I went to go try to get my teeth fixed. I'm paying the little insurance and everything, waiting. I ain't gonna show you because it's like, you know what I mean? But I waited, and they wanted for me to clean my teeth X amount of dollars. I was paying more money out of pocket. So that means when we look at political science, we need to make sure that we have people who understand lobbying. I understand, don't get me misunderstood. I'm all for rallying and protesting, especially when it's in good means and it's understood process. It is. It's a valuable thing. It gives journalists things to do. You know what I mean? But in actuality, what we do want is we want people to acknowledge that there is a structure. Oh, people are calling out this other like new stuff. I'm like, I ain't gonna fib you. If you feel like you're breaking down any doors, walls, whatever, we have areas of the United States that we have not embarked on, like Idaho, Iowa, Montana, South Dakota, North Dakota, Montana. You know what I mean? Just to say a few. In terms of Canada, I know we're in Quebec and all that kind of stuff. My thing is that consider those things. And most of them, when we look at federal, you have people say, oh, I want to go to the federal level. There's several different laws, or ordinances and things like that. So we have city. Sometimes you have neighborhood, city, county, state, and federal. And then international. So all these things, we have a lot of educated people. We need you to be in various areas and participate. We have educated people, honey. Matter of fact, I'm speaking to somebody. She's like, she got several degrees. I said, really? What you doing? She's traveling. Girl, we need your help over here. So that being said, I wanted to make some other kind of comment in regards to understanding how we're built. So what I'm going to do, meaning the law system. Now, I'm not going to provide a whole lot of information, really. The thing is, though, if we understood our law structure, meaning all different components, and those components consist of, you have one area to the next area, and then, of course, what we have is this area where we are is considered the city area. They don't have anything to do with the military. It doesn't have anything to do with state police, county police. Wow, I'm telling you, just a whole lot. When you think about it, you'd be like, okay, wow. Got GBI. In the state of Georgia, got city, county, state, federal. Well, federal will be FBI. That's not including, Georgia Bureau of Investigation, and then maybe some other little stuff. That's a whole lot of security. But where we at? So that being said, understanding the structure. So anyway, I had made I was talking to this gentleman and I said, listen, this will be something really valuable. We go ahead and get that part established. Get in contact with our law friends. The thing is that even if there are public law, you can go to some of these areas and actually have conversation. It's open, okay? And please, again, I've named up some people who, who are there. Okay, so so anyway, I was talking about some educational factors in regards to us building. So I had mentioned a couple of security agencies, some known agencies. Okay, they're talking about they want to franchise it. I'm gonna be the first one to say we got some places up in New York and Chi-Town who actually have security. Now, can they go coast to coast? Yeah, but my concern is that I want to participate with the training. Blessings. Because all that stuff that took place over the last year or 2 or 3, that wasn't okay with the brutalities. No, honey. No. When we say security, we mean just that, meaning that we have a right to protect and serve. So that lets me know that they really don't have an established relationship with the police. And I ain't talking about no initiations, okay? That's concerning because there's some things going on. Now, that's a responsibility. And that's what I'm trying to make sure that we understand. It's a responsibility to be, first of all, in our communities functioning the way that we do. Not that other stuff. But, when we're looking at structuring, it matters. So just kind of consider the different levels of law. And then when we're looking at taking on a responsibility on being on our communities, if we're looking at franchising, because I'm like, okay, they didn't franchise security. Well, that's a whole lot of training which is involved in that, and that's a good thing. But the way that we need to look at it is training, and we have our local law enforcement, right? We have our local law enforcement. Now, what we'll do is that we will have the other tier, which will be us, Kite Society, okay? Now, the kite goes in different places now, okay, going up. But when we look at our protection, meaning, no, you can't come in our neighborhood and do that. Matter of fact, I think you're too rough. You don't be banging up no woman like that. Well, here it is. Don't you see her brother and sisters out there trying to, support her and protect her? And then the police rough her up? Baby, I ain't gonna flip to you. They ain't correct. And it ain't on no rituals either. No, honey, that ritual is incorrect. And it ain't right. And I ain't talking about the end of my hands or hear this talk to the hand. That ain't right. It ain't right. Okay, for real. No, it's not okay. And I'm not calling Oklahoma. Anyway, when we look at it, I mean, you have some people who are sitting on favoritism or something. I'm not really sure what all that is. Oh, come on, it's all right. They're susceptible. I'm like, I don't give a fly flip what it's called. But the answer to that is no, honey. Okay, so anyway, I know it just seemed really, really big, but we do it. But we do have people who work security. Now, all those people who work in security, been trained and all that kind of stuff, honey, I know we can connect the dots. Okay, pick up the pieces. So anyway, I'm gonna send something, a little small something, along with this video, through Street Meat Company, okay? Because Kite Society is associated with Street Meat Company. All right, just a little something, to say, okay, hey, it should be looking like this, a little bit, like a little, graph, or not graph, but the little connections, the little levels and stuff. Maybe about one or two, just for you to understand where I'm coming from with that. Because for some reason, I'm not sure why people feel like we should be on the opposite end of the police who are there to serve and protect. Now, I don't know what they feel like they're serving and protecting, but the thing is, we also want to serve and protect. All right. Y'all be good, okay? Street Meat Company, Salubrious, Irene Ratliff. We were talking about Kite Society and what it means, okay? Hey, we have a lot of intelligent people. We can make it work. Street Meat.